Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Jamie and today I'm coming at you with a new video about perfumes. I'm so sorry for the break. It's been a while since I've been on here. I have recently just got a new job, so I've been really trying to put a lot of effort into that and make sure I have my arms wrapped around that professionally, since that is my main source of income. And it made me really kind of drop YouTube for a while, which is sad because I do love YouTube. It's just hard to find the balance. So new year, new me. No, new year, same me, trying to put more effort into things that are meaningful to me. So thanks for sticking in there with me, and I apologize that it's been a while, but I'm here and I'm here to talk with you about my top 10 perfumes of the moment, of the year. So let's start 2024 with my top 10, I guess mainly from 2023, because nothing has been new. I actually really have been trying to be on like a low buy for 2023 or 2024. I don't really think I've made too many purchases. Nothing perfume wise yet, but I do have my eye on something, but I'm trying to convince myself not to do it. Maybe we'll get to that at the end of the video when I go on a little tangent when we get to kind of towards the top of this list. But let's go top 10. Tried to really condense this into a list I think that's all encompassing and spans, you know, every season, because a lot of these are seasonal. I put my perfumes away, my winter perfumes away in the summer, and I long for them. And then the summer comes and I long for my winter, you know, it's like each season I like long for the other season. But then when we get in it, I'm like, wait a minute, no, this isn't really what I wanted. So anyway, let's just jump into it. I'll tell you when these are most appropriately worn by myself. You know, it's perfume. It is scented water, or oil. It's not that big of a deal, you know? And a lot of these, I buy like the dupes of the high-end scents. And sometimes it's like, I think I'm getting a better deal. And sometimes I've smelled the high-end and the dupe, and I like the dupe more than the high-end. So we're gonna talk about all of that now. So let's jump in. So number 10, bottom of the list for me, but something I love so much, is something that came out in 2023, and it's Acro's new scent, Bake. I think they came out with Rise as well. I don't even believe I smelled Rise, but Bake is where it's at for me. And it's funny because I got just a decant, and on the label of the decant, they put like this meringue topping. You see that on there? And that's exactly how I would describe this. It's a very lemony, fresh, tart type of fragrance. I have these all on little pieces of paper here for myself to smell and talk at the same time. But anyway, it is very much like that lemon meringue type of scent, because it is fluffy and creamy, and it stays like kind of tart in it as well. And it's just not, it's very sugary. So it's not like, you know, hit you in the face. It's just delicious. It reminds me of summer. It's something I crave for in the summer. I've gotten so into these lemon type of fragrances. I think there's a couple kind of scattered through this list that we'll talk about, but oh my gosh, Bake is so great. So Acro Bake isn't really that expensive. I mean, it's probably in the $200 range for maybe 100 milliliters. I'm not sure really, but Dapper is one of my favorite dupe houses, and they did an extrait version of this, and I picked this one up and I love it. So this is the 50 milliliter bottle right here. I think I probably paid like $60 for it, and it's awesome. They have a higher oil concentration, so might not want to spray it directly on clothes. I do spray it on clothes. It smells great. It lasts a little bit longer, I think, than the original would. It's not like 12-hour wear. It's just a, you know, lemony fragrance, but it's delicious, and I definitely recommend the Dapper version of it. It's so good. So I'm really looking forward to wearing that in the summer. And then this next fragrance is kind of a summery one for me as well. Oh, I kind of went through this list though, and I tried to come up with one word that I would use to describe it. And if I was to use one word to describe it, it would be bright. That's the word, because it's kind of like, it's bright and it's lively, and that's what I would think about that one. Okay, next one is the Nobile 1942 La Danza del Libelle. I don't know how to pronounce that last word, and I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through it. But anyway, this is the extra version. I think I got this, I don't know, maybe $100 or so, $150 off of like Fragrance Net or something. This is supposed to be the extra version. It's supposed to be a little bit higher in concentration than the original one. And this one, first word is like comfy. And it definitely has a lot of fruity apple scent to it. So I think that makes me think about comfy and like, you know, kind of like maybe the fall time at home when you have like an apple pie in the oven or something like that. It is not as apple pie-ish. So I wouldn't say it doesn't have any pastry in it. It's a little bit more, you know, brighter than that. So it just has like a crisp apple, like it smells like clean, crisp. Some people say this smells like hair products or something. It kind of reminds me of, you know, I don't know if anyone really remembers, but what was it? Is something Sam's, Fantastic Sam's, back in the day when I was a kid, which was, you know, I'm 42 now, so a long time ago, they had like this apple shampoo. Oh, it smelled so good. Fantastic Sam's was like Great Clips is today. And this reminds me of it. It's in like that direction. It's like a fresh, clean apple type of scent, and really makes me feel like comfortable and like homey, because I guess I think of apples in your house and that kind of scent. Anyway, it's a light, crisp, sugary apples. It reminds me of apple crisps, like the chips that are made out of apples. Like if you go to Publix or wherever, and in the apple section, there's typically like, you know, foods that go along there, maybe caramel dip, and it's apple chips. It's like dehydrated apples and with sugar on them. And that is really what this reminds me of. And I love it. It's just, it makes me feel homey. It makes me feel good. It's kind of like a dumb reach. All these, they made the top 10 because they're kind of dumb reaches for me. I guess they're my favorite. So I don't feel like they're offensive. And if they are, I guess I don't care, because they are just so good. So in the summer, anytime, it's kind of a dumb reach for me, and I love this one. So next one, this one is more like seductive. This is, I think I talked about this last year as well, but this is the Harmonious Hypnotizing Fire, and it's from Dapper as well. This was their old bottles. They redid them, and that's their new bottles. But anyway, so this is more sexy type of fragrance to me. It is, oh, it's got rose in it. Rose and, I would say it's rose and fruit and vanilla. A lot of these are kind of vanilla type of fragrances. I really love vanilla, and it's just something I go for sweet leaning fragrances often. And this one definitely leans sweet. It is deeper than the other ones that I talked about. So it's more sexy and sultry. That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's some more spiciness in there as well. I don't know if there's like cardamom or something in it, but it's definitely spicier. And I really like cardamom in fragrances. So I think that might be in there. It's definitely like fruitier, and it has that rose. It's interesting. I don't know many rose fruity perfumes that I have. Maybe some designer ones out there, but I don't own them. But anyway, I really love this one. And I smelled the original at like Neiman Marcus or something. And I really, really like this one more. And it's so much more reasonable. So like 50 milliliters, once again, this will cost you maybe $60 on Dapper's site. So I definitely recommend it. And this is such a hidden gem, and it's so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Love that one. All right, so that is number 3. Actually probably number 7. 8, that was number 8. on the list. Now let's go into number 7, which is Gris Charnel by BDK. So Dapper has a version of this as well, and I like theirs. I have that, but I really like the original, and it's not too pricey. I don't know, I picked it up. It's $189, I think, for this. You might be able to get it even on a deeper discount better now, but I don't feel like it lasts like not as long. I don't feel like I'm getting like much better projection out of Dappers or anything. So I like this one just because of it's a little lower alcohol or higher alcohol content, I guess. So it doesn't stain clothes or leave like an oily residue, which is just a little bit of a pet peeve. But anyway, Gris Charnel, oh my gosh, there's a lot of cardamom in this one and tea. It's spicy. It is fallish. It is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like dried tea rather than, I wouldn't think of this, not like chai tea latte, which is my favorite, but this is not really, it's sweeter, but it's sweeter in like a non-lactonic type of way. So you wouldn't think of milk. I think of like fall. That's my word for this one. So it's definitely, it's like crisp, it's woody, it's spicy. It feels like, you know, like tea and cardamom, and I guess it's gender neutral. Like this could be worn by men or women, but oh, I love it. And it is sweet. There is a sweetness in there for sure. And so that's why I love it. So anyway, okay, that was number 7. Oh, I was gonna say there is a dupe also that I found online. It's like Franke 63.55. I think I bought this from fragrancebuy.ca for a really reasonable price. There's a weird part about this. It's like the beginning starts out really strong. It dips in a weird direction, and then it returns to the normal Gris Charnel. So there's like a high alcohol content in that one because it is a dupe. So it goes in a little bit of a weird direction, but it's perfect if you want to like layer with other things, which I love to layer this with vanillas to like kick them up a notch. That's my thing. And I love a vanilla. Love a vanilla. So that's why this next spot was really hard for me to choose because I was torn between a couple different vanillas, and that kind of warm vanilla type of scent profile. Oh, I'm such a sucker for that. But I decided to go with one that was also new this year, which was Kayali's The Wedding Silk Santal. So this one is, definitely signature scent worthy. I think the only thing that stands in the way, other than it's a limited edition and I only have one bottle, is it's very musky. It's very, very musky. So it's so gorgeous. It has sandalwood in there. It has vanilla, common theme. I think all of these probably have a high concentration of vanilla and different things mixed in. So if you don't like that, you might not like the type of scents that I like, but this one is like vanilla and creamy. It's got that sandalwood, but it only makes it smell like creamy. It doesn't make it smell like woody necessarily, but it's definitely really musky. And I wouldn't say it's super light. I would say this is kind of medium, kind of getting sexier. Like it's not all the way of like, I think Gris Charnel was definitely deeper, like fall vibes. And Hypnotizing Fire was very, very sexy. This is kind of like a little bit less sexy. It's very comfortable, comforting type of cozy type of, you know, you think of yourself in like a nice soft blanket by a fire. That's what this tells me and reads to me. It's very warm and seductive, but it's not very like, ooh, that's sexy type of thing, I would say. So anyway, very comfy. And one word on this one I'm giving it is like peaceful, peace. I'm very comfortable and peaceful. And then this one I said fall. This one definitely gives fall vibes, but oh, so yummy. All fall, winter. Yes. Love that one. Okay. Next one is once again another dupe. Are you surprised? You should not be. So this is Rouge Dua by the Dua brand, but this is a dupe of Loubirouge, which was I think Louboutin fragrance line, and this one is spicy vanilla. So it's I think it's just really like iris, vanilla, and cardamom, and together that iris is really like makeup-y and like, I don't know, it just really reminds me, I guess, of makeup and like being put together. The combination is like a soft, put together woman, I think of. So for me, this is like polished to me. Polished yet still soft. It's like you're not like, you know, you're a badass, but you're like, I got this, you know, like not like offending people. I don't know, not stepping all over somebody, but this is like who I feel like I am when I'm at the office. I'm assertive, I get my shit done, I'm on top of it, I, you know, like to be in front of people, I like to present, I like to pull people together, but I also like to, you know, be soft about it. I'm not, I don't know. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent there, but I really love this one. It's so good. I have like 2 backups of this because it's just awesome. I mean, I like it, but then sometimes I'm like not in the mood for it, but it definitely reminds me of like The Office, being like polished, put together, and you know, just going out and getting it. This is good stuff. So that was one. Then the next one I have on my list is new for this year as well. So this is Dapper's version of Wonder Woman, which is a House of Sillage fragrance that came out this year, and Dapper's doing the best, doing the deeds over there. And this is, once again, a 50 milliliter. Love it so much. And this one is, it is vanilla. Of course, no surprises there. It's a little bit of fruity. So I would say it's got like some berries in it, maybe berry, raspberry, I think, and some cherry, but they're kind of hidden in the background. So they're not like very like prominent. I would say it's more vanilla prominent, but it's a sweet, soft, airy vanilla. It's a very soft fragrance. I would say this is perfect for like a summer vanilla to me, because it's got like that berry in the background, and it just so pleasant, so like, once again, kind of comforting. I think it might have a little bit of iris or something in there, because it is giving me a little bit of that makeup-y vibe. Oh, it's so good. This is so good. Like when I first smelled this, the first time I got a 50 right off the bat because I knew I would like it. I heard great things and it's reasonable. And when I first smelled it, I'm like, I need to get more. I mean, immediate thought was like, let me jump on here and get more. But I didn't. But I guess it reminds me of summer. It reminds me of just like relaxed, laid back, easygoing summer type of fragrance. And like I said, you gotta kind of like vanillas to get my vibe at all. And that's where I'm going with it. So I guess that is number 4. So now let's get on to number 3. And this is a long-standing one. I had this, I think, last time, and it's such a cheapie. They rebottled it this year, but I have so many backup bottles because it's so cheap. Cherry Smoothie from Zara. I don't know. Every time I've worn this and I go out, I get compliments. People love it and they say things about it. Men love it. I was at my daughter's school and one of the fathers was like, oh my God, what are you wearing? It smells so good. And I was like, but anyway, Cherry Smoothie, really, really like it. It's just friendly. Okay. It's just easy to get along with. Like, I guess that's most of the fragrances I like. I mean, I feel like it says I'm friendly. It's inviting. It's, so it's cherry and vanilla, and that's about it. I mean, it's cherry and vanilla, and it's so good. And it's not like Lost Cherry, which has more like almond and boozy and different things, even though it's prominently cherry. This is like, I'm just cherry and I'm just hanging out here. And it's not the longest lasting, but it's very reasonably priced, and it's stupidly good. It's stupidly good. I just love it. If you like cherries, it's just a soft, easy-going vanilla cherry fragrance that anybody could wear it. I would spray it on my daughters. They would just be, you know, friendly and sweet in school, and that's it. They're just little friendly, sweet cherries, and that's how I feel about them. So anyway, that is Cherry Smoothie number 2, which is a hard number 2. This is a hard number 2 for me, but I guess because I don't have it, I want it so badly. So maybe that's why it's number 2. And if I owned it, it might not be that much, but because it's so expensive and yada, 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 Celine's Black Tie is my number 2, and it pisses me off kind of because it's not that great. I mean, okay, is the scent great? Yes. It's light. Okay, it's very light and it's fleeting, and that is what stopped me from buying it. But it's good. It is so good. It is like Rouge Dua. It's like Louis Vuitton's Loubirouge, but take out the cardamom. So it's just like vanilla and iris. No spice. So light. So good. It's so good. It's so good. I might have to get it. I've been selling some things that I didn't really want on Mercari, and I have like a bank of like $300. I think that I could pull the trigger maybe and get this. Probably more than $300. It's ridiculous. And it was nice enough that Dapper did come out with a Celine Black Tie, but it's not the same. Unfortunately, it has more of like maybe an alcohol type of scent to it, or something in the background that's very overpowering. It just doesn't give you the same black tie that the OG does. So right now I just had a decant and I've been killing it and trying to save it and all kinds of stuff, but I might break down and get it. It's fantastic, but it's those things that I told you. It's fleeting and it's not powerful. So my body lotion would probably smell stronger than this, but it's iris and vanilla, and it smells fantastic. It smells pulled together. It smells like Rouge Dua without all that cardamom in there. So just take that out. And so it takes away the spiciness. So it's so much easier. Like there's no headache involved. Sometimes I feel like I could definitely overdo it with this. I would have to layer this with like a regular vanilla. I cannot spray more than twice, but the black tie, I could layer the crap out of it and it would be so good. It smells so good, and I'm just so debating. Maybe I buy it on eBay, but then I'm worried I'm gonna get like a knockoff. And anyway, extensive perfume problems. So that was my number 2. And black tie, what did I say? What was my word for it? I don't even have a word for it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe it's once again like, it's kind of like professional. It's like soft. All right, maybe it's too soft. Soft. Oh, it's so good. Okay, that's my number 2. And if I get it, then maybe I won't love it as much, but I don't know. Anyway, number 1, are we ready? Drum roll, please. Number 1. And once again, I have the off version, Dapper pulling through Hufflepuff. I didn't even know that I wanted this one. Like I saw people talk about it and it was like $600 or $500. Then it was $300 and I'm still like, I'm not gonna do it. And they're like, it's fleeting and it's this and it's that. That was the OG House of Sillage Hufflepuff. And I was like, I'm not that interested. I'm not paying $300 for something that doesn't stick around on my skin. That's not the type of person I am. So, when Dapper released this, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll check it out. And amazing to me. I love it so much. It's my number 1, obviously. I love it so much. Every time a brand comes out with a dupe, I buy it. So Hufflepuff is Dua's knockoff version of it as well. And these are both, they're all light vanilla type of fragrances. Okay, so Hufflepuff is, oh gosh, it is creamy and light and lemony, but just slightly lemony. Like Bake is like, oh, there's lemon. Hufflepuff is like, is that lemon? And it's like, I feel like it's lemon almost with like, it reminds me a little bit of this, like with this little apple, no, like a lemony apple, just touch like a ding of lemony apple in there, but it's like vanilla, creamy. Oh God, it's so good. It is really good. It is, it's worth the hype. It's worth what everybody said, but I won't buy the OG because why would I when I could buy this and it's amazing? It's just a little oily. And I haven't worn, I just got the Dua. They just came out with it recently, so I haven't worn it enough to say like this is oily or not. It's not my scent of the day, so I'm not gonna spray it right now, but it's probably pretty oily. A lot of Duas are kind of oily as well, but oh my gosh. It's so good, y'all. It's like fresh, it's clean, it's fluffy, it's vanilla-y, it's creamy, it's like, it doesn't smell, it's the opposite. It smells clean, like a clean, bright future ahead of you is Hufflepuff. So just a hint of lemon or apple, lemony apple in there. Oh gosh, it's so good. So I think I just called this one like light, if I had to describe it. Probably not as light. I think lighter is the black tie. That's light and fleeting, but still so yummy. But Hufflepuff, yummy. Let's just say yummy. I mean, the moment I smelled this, I was like, more, add to cart more. I mean, I don't think I could have enough of that. The only reason I would not add more is because I have so much more. Right? I don't need more when you have so much more. And then each one is like your baby and you don't want to disturb it. So 2 honorable mentions that were kind of fighting with me for this. I think it was the 6th place Kayali one that I put in. I was very tempted to put in 2 other ones. One is the Mahani Casanad. This one is really good, very sexy vanilla, very, very sultry. Love it. I smell that toffee. So it's toffee and vanilla and it's very more perfumey. It is dark and sexy. And I guess the sexy ones out of this lineup are, you know, this is an honorable mention, but like I told you guys, Hypnotizing Fire, so sexy. And I think also sexiness would be like that Gris Charnel. And then I think office sexy is Rouge Dua. That's office sexy. So anyway, this one was honorable mention. And then my other honorable mention, which is typically not something I would think I would like, but it is the Dapper redid, you know, the body spray of Sol de Janeiro 71, which is not really, was not a favorite of mine. I loved 62. 40 is my favorite. Hands down. I love 40. They came out with the 40 perfume. Don't love it as much, but they have 71 in the perfume version. And oh my God, it is caramel popcorn and it's so good. This is like so good, so good. So that's my honorable mention. It's been around for long and obviously this is Dapper's version. So, and it's you know, an extrait oil, so stays around a lot longer than the body mist, but now I've rediscovered the body mist and I'm in heaven. So anyway, that is my list. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to be here. I obviously am very passionate about this hobby and there's so many things. Oh, there's one thing I was gonna mention because I was gonna tell you guys. Here's the one. This is the one that I've been debating on possibly picking up. It's the Perfume Aroma Gioisa, right there. Oh, this is another fantastic vanilla. It's sweet. Smells like it might be somewhat kind of related to like a Gourmand Escapade or whatever. Little bit like more of that, like really, really like kind of sugary caramely, but it's got coconut in it. And anyway, very much vanilla with a dab of something else. So that's kind of what I like. Anyway, I've told you guys I was debating about this. It's like $320. What am I doing with my life? but I think I might pick up that black tie first because it's on the top of my list. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, stuck around. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you have anything that you want me to cover that I haven't covered, which is a lot. So I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye.